Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. KMES English Medium Junior College welcome its student for the third online lecture of psychology. For the chapter first, Psychology, a scientific discipline, on the topic History of Psychology as a Science. Student, in the previous lecture we have studied about the key features of science. We have seen that there are 6 features of science. They are empirical evidence, objectivity, scientific causality, systematic exploration, replication, and predictability. We have also studied that psychology is considered as a science as it fulfills many conditions of science. Psychology is a social science that studies behavior and mental process. Today we are going to study about the history of psychology. Student, why do we study history of psychology? History of psychology helps us to understand the nature of psychology in the 21st century. Earlier, psychology was a branch of philosophy. Then, psychology emerged as a separate discipline. Then, there were different schools of thoughts of psychology that lead to emergence of structuralism, emergence of functionalism, emergence of psychoanalysis, emergence of behaviorism, emergence of humanistic psychology, and emergence of cognitivism. Now let's learn each in detail. First, psychology, a branch of philosophy. In 19th century, philosophers studied human nature by speculating, intuiting, and generalizing based on their own experience. Therefore, the origin of psychology goes back to ancient Greek. So, psychology was a branch of philosophy until 1870. Psychology emerged as a separate discipline. Later, philosophers applied tools and methods like biological and physical science to explore questions about human nature. Then, in 1879, first psychology laboratory was established by Wilhelm Wundt in Germany at University of Leipzig. This event resulted to official start of psychology as a separate scientific discipline. Emergence of structuralism. Structuralism focuses on basic element of consciousness. Structuralism emerged as a first school of thought in psychology. Structuralism was educated by Wilhelm Wundt and his student Edward. Wilhelm Wundt used the method of examination of one feeling to study the conscious experience like sensation, perception, etc. William Wundt broke consciousness into objective sensation and subjective feelings. Emergence of functionalism. Functionalism is the study of how mental process help organism to adapt to their environment. Functionalism emerged as a next school of thought in psychology. Functionalism was educated by William James, a father of American psychology. He gave importance on the study of human consciousness. Thus, functionalism helps us to know how does mind allow people to function on their own. Emergence of psychoanalysis. 1. In 1890, an Austrian physician, Sigmund Freud, proposed a theory of psychoanalysis which focused on four elements: power of unconsciousness. Human mind work on three principles: id, ego and superego. Personality is shaped by early childhood experience and the concept of defense mechanism. Second, this school of thought was contrast to the early school, that is, structuralism and functionalism. Third, psychoanalysis gave importance to the study of the unconscious mind. Emergence of behaviorism. 1. In early 20th century, John Watson, an American psychologist, advocated behaviorism. He was influenced by Pavlov's theory of classical conditioning. Second, behaviorism emerged as a new school of thought because behaviorism was concerned with stimulus-response behavior and how behavior are learned through interaction with environment. Third, behaviorism rejected the study of conscious experience and unconscious mind because behaviorism is psychological approach which emphasized on scientific and objective method of investigation. Fourth, behaviorism made psychology a scientific discipline. It focused on the study of observable behavior. Behaviorism is also used in mental health profession to condition away phobia. It is used by advertisers to encourage customers to purchase product. Emergence of humanistic psychology. 1. The first half of the 20th century was dominated by psychoanalysis and behaviorism school of thought. Second, in the second half, an American psychologist called Carl Rogers advocated new perspective known as humanistic perspective. In humanistic perspective, behavior and mental process are determined by our need to fulfill human potential by self-actualization, personal growth, and self-concept. Third, this perspective was contrast to the study of unconsciousness advocated by psychoanalysis and determinism advocated by behaviorism. This perspective aimed to help the client to reach to the greatest potential called as client-centered therapy. Fourth, the humanistic psychology stressed on study of power and free will, self-determination, and self-actualization, where humanistic psychologists show unconditional positive regards to client. Their main goal is to make the client accept them as they are. Emergence of cognitivism. 1. During 1950 to 1960, psychoanalysis and behaviorism were replaced by new perspectives known as cognitivism. Second, Ulrich Nasser, an American psychologist, founder of cognitivism. Cognitivism is derived from Latin word which means to know. Third, researchers in cognitive psychology study higher cognitive processes like memory, decision making, problem solving, intelligence, language, etc. with the tools like MRI and PET scan. So, the cognitive psychology try to understand how the brain acquires knowledge and use it to produce behavior. So brain acquire knowledge through sensation and use it by cognitive process. Important questions from the topic are: 1. In which year was the first psychology laboratory established? Second, who established world first psychology laboratory? Third, who are considered as A. Founder of psychoanalysis, B. Founder of cognitivism, C. The father of American psychology. Fourth, who are advocates of the following? A. Structuralism, B. Functionalism, C. Behaviorism, D. Humanistic psychology. Fifth, till 1879, psychology was a branch of dash. Sixth, psychology is a dash science. Answer of the given question are: 1. First psychology laboratory was established in 1879. Second, the world first psychology laboratory was established by Wilhelm Wundt. Third, who are considered as A. A founder of psychoanalysis is Sigmund Freud. B. Founder of cognitivism is Ulrich Nasser. C. The father of American psychology is William James. Fourth, who are educators of A. Structuralism is Wilhelm Wundt and Edward Teichhiller. Second, functionalism, William James. Third, behaviorism, John Watson. Fourth, humanistic psychology, Carl Roger. Fifth, till 1879, psychology was a branch of philosophy. Sixth, psychology is a social science. Important things to remember. 1. Edward Teichhiller, a student of Wilhelm Wundt, belonged to Structuralism school of thought of psychology. Second, William James, first advocate of psychology course in United States, a father of American psychology, a founder of Functionalism School of Thought of Psychology. Activity: collect information about various schools of thoughts of psychology by visiting the website given on page 4 of Psychology textbook. Thank you.